sit? Or you're gonna stand?
I'm gonna stand because I'm much shorter than Tyler here.
Are we in the same thing, or do you have one?
I'm gonna shout into yours.
Okay, maybe we should move it over.
What I say doesn't matter as much as what you say.
Okay. All right.
So Tyler, can you tell me about how this event started?
Nope. So this man over here, Edward, he works for the Monica Model Agency here in Calgary.
Yeah.
If you're in the entertainment industry in Calgary at all, you know it's a really hard industry to be in if you're creative in any way.
Yep.
A lot of people aren't working together, and there's a lot of competition. He's somebody who just wants to come into the scene and try and help the fashion industry and help everyone come together, work together.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's really neat. And so this is their first ever Mr. Calgary 2018, and I'll be hosting tonight. Edward will be hosting a little bit too. He'll be there with me. Yeah.
So prior to this one, you said you did some other kind of hosting, right?
Yeah.
So what other kind of stuff did you do?
I've done lots. I started doing interviews like this, actually. I do that. I do video interviews with musicians across Canada and at events and festivals. So I do a lot of the summer festivals tour. And then from that spread to kind of hosting a few shows. So I hosted Dub FX, Beacher Lube Lucha, a lot of alternative events in the city. A concert called Black Pussy. A lot of bands and stuff I do for.
So I understand this is the first Mr.Alberta event.
Yeah.
When you do the second one, when would that be? Would that be closer in the summer, or do you think it'd be a yearly thing in October?
I have no idea, but I hope I'm a part of it then too. Hopefully I do a good job tonight and they'll bring me back.
Yeah, no, you'll be fine. So, did you grow up in Calgary?
I was born in Saskatoon, but I've been in Calgary on and off since 2006.
2006, okay.
So I've been here a while. It's basically home. This is my home base. Yeah.
But you said you also go to Vancouver a lot, right?
Yeah, I travel a lot anywhere between Calgary and Vancouver, especially summertime for the festival. So every weekend it's like a different festival I'm out doing media for, and then Vancouver's just a nice end game. You get to go sit on the beach and do nothing.
So I'm from Toronto, right, originally?
Nice. Okay.
So I know the feeling of moving to Calgary.
Yeah.
Now, maybe it's a little bit different than you, but would you ever move back to Saskatoon?
Nope, I would not.
All right.
No, well, I'm hoping to move to Vancouver one day. I kind of did it. I'm moving to Vancouver, and I went, and then I came back like a month later for many reasons. But
so you're more of a party person?
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Well,
sometimes. I like people. I like being around people.
So Calgary's not your end game. It's you want to be in Vancouver.
Well, Vancouver's definitely not the end game. I would have a tiny house on Vancouver Island, but the end game would be much bigger, maybe go down to the States for a little bit. Because again, in the entertainment scene, it's really hard to boost it and make it and do things Canada-wide. Eventually, you have to kind of break into the States and do that thing.
I agree.
We'll see. I don't know where my end game's going to be or where I'm going to end up. I just kind of do things and see what happens.
Okay, so what's the next step after this? Like, what are your plans after this?
After tonight, or like everything in my life?
Well,
so I'm
in your current state. You want to do event hosting and interviews?
Yeah, event hosting. Interviews is my main thing. I'm starting a podcast radio station. It's called Taylor Made Radio.
Oh, yeah, right. Cool.
Yeah.
How do people see that? Like, how do they get to it?
You can find me on Facebook, Taylor McNallie. I have Taylor McNallie Host and MC as my page, and then the group is Taylor Made Radio. That launches November 5th, and we'll see where that goes.
So Taylor Made Radio.
Yeah.
So if I was a regular guy, I go on Google. Do I just type in Taylor Made Radio?
You can type in Taylor McNallie, and then my website will pop up, and then that can take you to everything.
Oh, the portal there. Okay.
TaylorMcNallie.com.
Cool. I'm gonna try to make it appear right here.
Taylor McNallie Lights.com.
I'm gonna try that. I'll do my best at least. But
okay.
Yeah, that's really cool. I mean, for the radio stuff, right? Are you talking music or are you talking shows?
So it's mainly music. So like my job, I try and support local musicians because I try and give them a platform and showcase what they do. And I do all genres, from EDM to hip hop to country to metal. I do all of the things. After this, I'm going to a metal show. Actually, my friends are playing at Dickens. And so Mondays it's going to be like Mosh Mondays. these days for hip hop. Every day is a different genre, and trying to showcase local musicians, give them
That's really cool, you know, because like we're part of BUZZ403, right? And we do something similar, but at the moment we're more like focused on hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's because naturally all our friends are hip hop.
Yeah,
artists.
that's your thing. That's totally cool. You're supporting your friends, and that's huge. The scene and all the musicians and artists, they need support.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. You need to support your friends, and that's awesome.
Because we tried a couple of things like ciphers and all that stuff.
Yeah.
We're hosting some events for it. You know, it's pretty cool. I do think that Calgary has potential, right? But it's unknown at the moment.
It is.
Like so many
unknown.
artists, but no one knows them.
Calgary has, and I've been through all of Canada, and Calgary has the most talented musicians in this whole country.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I think
and
as long as it's exposed right,
yeah,
and maybe the right guidance, it'll really explode, right?
yeah, absolutely.
Because a lot of these guys are young artists, right? And I'm not saying that they're dumb or whatever, but they
No,
have the
there's a lot to
experience.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a really competitive business, and when you're 18, 19, you don't know all the stuff that you should know.
Yeah.
Unless you're really, really like a genius, right? But like, I'm saying the average guy, I didn't, you know, like things like
I
that.
don't. I'm still learning.
Yeah.
I'm still learning everything. Every day is a new thing you learn.
Yeah, and like we're trying to get coaching advice from like the bigger guys, like Universal Music Group and Cash Money. Those guys have given us a kind of like starting to pay attention to Calgary. So it'd be interesting to talk about that later too.
Yeah.
Because, Cash Money's more hip hop based, right? But
So Cash Money, is that Cash Bradshaw?
no, it's like Drake and those guys.
Oh, okay. That's for mine.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're pretty big.
They
right?
ain't
Like,
fucking around.
So yeah, it's a serious thing, right?
Yeah.
And it's more of an audition based thing, but the point is it opens doors to people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And even if they got to know these guys, they have like followers from a different world. Like you're saying the States, right? And you're saying like you're saying there's a lot of value in that kind of those numbers, you know?
And that's what's really big, and I feel that a lot of people coming into the scene, or even if they've been around for a while, oh, it got really quiet for a minute, they don't realize how important it is to just get out. The amount of, like, I haven't gone to school for any of my things, so I do the same thing. I record all my own stuff, I edit my own stuff, I've taught myself that. And I get out to a show almost every day, and the people I've met just by going out and shaking hands and talking is incredible. The opportunities that come from that. Sometimes it's not just about what you know, it's about who you know.
That's a big, you know what's big, right?
It's huge. So things like that, that's awesome that you're providing that to the community.
Yeah.
It's a huge opportunity.
I know it's kind of a touchy subject, but earlier you touched upon the almost like a taboo, right?
Okay.
It's
Oh,
like,
no.
I don't mind talking about it. But
Oh, God, what did I
there's a lot
say?
of beef in the city.
Yes.
We're a smaller city, but no one wants to work together.
I know. Everyone thinks they're competition, and it's like, we banded together and just worked together. You know how amazing we would be?
I'm new to the scene, right? So I don't have any beef with anybody. I'm like,
Yeah, no.
I just want to work with people, you know? But the beef is a big barrier, right? And it's not just in the music industry, it's in like other industries too. But I think that beef has to be squashed at this point.
Yes.
Because it's really limiting.
It is.
So I'm happy to see people like you, Tyler, that has the same vision where it's like, let's just work together and be friends.
Yeah.
Well, something.
And I do, because like my first love of music is metal. And then, so I go to a lot of metal shows, but then I go to hip hop shows, and I go to poetry, and I see, and it's like the same shit in each one. And I'm like, I'm gonna put on an event, and all of you motherfuckers gotta sit together in the same room. And we did that. We put on like this Monday Jam. This was years ago when I first started, and like the shit, we would have one guy on a keyboard, another guy doing bass, someone on the trumpet, like, and the shit they just make coming together is completely magic. And there's no more beef. You know, you don't realize like what's the beef? Why are we not supporting one another?
So metal is your first thing? Is it because you play?
I don't play anything. No.
You just love hardcore?
Yeah, I think it was Marilyn Manson that got me onto that shit when I was like 12. And ever since then,
I love rock and metal too, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm a guitar guy, so I like anything with guitar. Anything.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, so I like that. I'm kind of upset that a lot of hip hop doesn't have that.
But you know, things are starting to change. Like people are mixing things up. I know like Jody Bruce and Braden Leicester, True Not. I'm sure you probably know him. He does hip hop and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
They do a lot of looping stuff, and so they're rapping, but then they have their guitars, and then they're doing like EDM beats to it. Like mixing it up is so incredible.
Yeah, I think that's where it's at for Calgary, because there's quite a mix of cultures, although people don't think so. I didn't think so, at least until recently. I was like, oh, there's actually quite a bit of people. And there's some groups that are mixing rock with hip hop now quite a bit. One guy, like Taylor, is doing that.
Zach is amazing.
Oh, you know Zach?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing like some video stuff soon.
Oh, nice.
Oh man, you know the same guys we do.
Yeah, I roll in all of the communities. Like I just.
Casco Lee.
Yes.
Oh yeah, right. We know the same people. Yeah, those guys are homies.
Aw, that's so amazing.
Oh man.
I know. I've seen you guys. It might have been like a 10 at 10 or something. If you do hip hop, maybe that's where. I know I've seen you guys, and I've seen your name. I think I probably follow your page and. But it's the thing, you go out to so many events, how can you remember, especially if you only see somebody once? It's really hard.
Well, I'm glad we're recording the meeting.
Yeah.
I'm not going to forget anymore. Probably you passed by and I was like, oh yeah, whatever.
Yeah, now it's be like, hey!
But yes, so thank you for letting me record you and talk about your life, and you know, it's great meeting you.
You too, thank you.
And I'm going to look forward to talking to you today.
Yeah.
But I'll try not to bug you because you're the host.
I know, I'm surprised I haven't been bugged yet, but I think we're good. Thank you so much. Hey! Woo!